Just a few hours ago, Max Verstappen signed with Red Bull until 2030, and that goes against almost every rumor we've heard about his future. For months, there have been talks of Verstappen joining Mercedes, moving to McLaren, or even leaving Formula One entirely. And honestly, with the season Red Bull are having, staying until 2030 makes very little sense. Verstappen is currently 6th in the championship. He hasn't won a single race all year. If that doesn't change, it will be his first winless season since he was a rookie in 2015. Red Bull have had glimpses of hope, with podiums in Hungary and Canada, but nowhere near enough consistency. And just a few days ago, Red Bull said they were stopping development of their 2026 car to focus on 2027. So why would Max commit himself to this team until 2030? Because here's the thing, Max could have left. He had an exit clause. His contract said that if he wasn't in the top 2 of the championship by the summer break, he was free to leave for 2027. After his Silverstone crash, that became mathematically certain. The clause went live. He had until October to pull the trigger. Mercedes seemed like they had been chasing him for 18 months. His camp held a secret meeting with McLaren at the Red Bull Ring, and Verstappen himself had spoken about leaving if the new regulations didn't improve. So when he said he wasn't leaving Formula One, most people assumed one thing: he'd switch teams. Because surely, with so many options available, why would he stay? But watch what actually happened to those doors. Toto Wolff publicly confirmed Mercedes are sticking with Russell and Antonelli. Zak Brown said they simply didn't have an opening and that they were sticking with Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri for years to come. Ferrari have Hamilton and Leclerc on long-term deals. One by one, every realistic destination closed. Red Bull knew it too. German reports claimed they offered €8 million just to buy out Verstappen's exit clause. Then they changed tactics, a longer deal, a bigger salary, and, according to those reports, the exit clause deleted entirely. Verstappen's father, Jos, publicly dismissed those reports as nonsense. So here's the question nobody can answer yet. Did Verstappen actually give up his exit clause? Because his manager has said something interesting. Every contract Verstappen has ever signed had performance clauses. They've just never used one. And it would make little sense for Max to completely give up that protection. If Red Bull starts falling behind and a top seat becomes available, a performance clause could give him a way out, especially because Red Bull isn't the same team it was a few years ago. His race engineer Giampiero Lambiase is leaving for McLaren no later than 2028. Adrian Newey is gone. Christian Horner is gone. Helmut Marko is gone. The people who helped build the Red Bull that turned Verstappen into a 4-time world champion are disappearing one by one. So if any version of a performance clause survived into this new deal, 2030 might not actually mean 2030. It's a ceiling. It means the moment a McLaren or Mercedes seat genuinely opens up, Verstappen has a door. But there's another reason this announcement is so interesting. It probably means there isn't going to be much of a silly season this year. Not because nobody wanted to move, because there was nowhere to move to. And Verstappen isn't the only driver who's discovered that. 2 days before Verstappen's announcement, Alex Albon confirmed he was staying at Williams for 2027. The next day, Carlos Sainz signed a multi-year extension. And this is despite Williams having a terrible season. They've scored just 11 points and sit 3rd from bottom in the Constructors' Championship. Sainz has scored 6 points all year, and he stayed anyway. Why? Because the alternatives were disappearing. All the teams were already full. There was nowhere else to go. And that's the pattern across the entire grid right now. Every top seat is locked. And when a market has nowhere left to move, even the best driver in it signs where he already is.